Sunny Saturday afternoon here at Exhibition Park. The track is fast, 12 races for you. 8 horses in our feature this afternoon. Have a scratch in there. Keystone Mineral is out. Away we go then. We get our show underway. And here for you is race number 1. It's Saturday, May 25th. 41st day of racing at EPR. First race approaching the top of the stretch with a field of 5. Vision of Sin and Wally Hennessy, Alfredo John Davidson. Victory Hill, Charlie Frost, Try Be Mighty with Clark Smith. Phyllis S. with Brian Moore. Here they come. They're off, and Eldorado quickly goes up in between horses to the top. Vision of Sin is racing second. Victory Hill has third. Phyllis S. racing fourth, and Try Be Mighty trails fifth. Around the turn, they race on to the 8th pole. Eldorado the leader. Vision of Sin is second. Victory Hill third. Phyllis S. and Try Be Mighty as they go up the backstretch on to the quarter. Eldorado will like there goes Victory Hill out from third. Up on the outside, gets on to second. Lapped on the leader now and goes swinging for the top, and Eldorado steps out and holds that lead. There by the quarter with Eldorado the leader, the quarter 32 and 2. Victory Hill parked, hangs second. Vision of Sin up on the inside now second. Victory Hill is outside third. Phyllis S. is fourth. Try Be Mighty trailing fifth as they come to the 3/8 marker. They're by it now and swinging on through the stretch. They come racing to the half. Eldorado on top and Vision of Sin laying second. Victory Hill back in on the rail again, racing third. Here comes Phyllis S. Up on the outside from fourth, moving with her Try Be Mighty as they come to the half, and Eldorado is the leader. Up by a length and a half. They were by the half in 105. Into the turn they go to the 5/8 Eldorado. Vision of Sin, Phyllis S. on the outside third. Victory Hill is fourth. Try Be Mighty outside racing on fifth. Going on, he's now fourth, and now Victory Hill trails. By the 5/8 they go to the 3/4, and they're fanning out 3 wide. And it is Eldorado in between horses, Phyllis S. and on the extreme outside, Try Be Mighty. 3 wide, neck and neck as they go racing on to the 3/4. And they're still at it, 3 wide, neck and neck as they go by that marker, 138. Into the top turn, 3 wide, Eldorado. Try Be Mighty now second. Phyllis S. between horses third. Vision of Sin is on the rail fourth. Looks for racing room. Victory Hill trails fifth. They come by the 7/8 now. They swing for home. And it is Eldorado, Vision of Sin, and on the outside, Try Be Mighty. It's Eldorado, Vision of Sin, Try Be Mighty. Now Vision of Sin, and here they are to the wire. Vision of Sin, Eldorado, Try Be Mighty, Phyllis S. and Victory Hill. Time for the mile, 2:09 and 1. And parading now the winner of the first race, number 1, Vision of Sin. Brown pacing, gelding 12 years, but Dutchman from My Apologies. Owned by Cecil Murphy of Halifax, trained by Murray O'Connor. Wally Hennessy driving. The horse gets his third winning trip this season this afternoon, 2:09 and 1. Result of the first race now official. Vision of Sin, your race winner. Eldorado was second. Victory Hill fifth. Try Be Mighty third. Phyllis S. was fourth. The race times, quarter 32 and 2. The half 105. 3/4 138. And the mile at 2:09 and 1. Second race approaching the top of the stretch, field of 9. Gaff's got to go with Jody Hennessy, Cable Vision, Brian Moore. Harbor Castle, Dr. Hugh Baird, Shuzbot, Steve Mahar, Trouble and Leroy Vincent, Ann's Doll with Elmore White, King's Beacon, Clark Smith, Baron Van Munching, Rod Morrison, the trailer full of waste spats with Wally Hennessy, and here they come. They're off, and Shuzbot goes to the top. Harbor Castle on the inside, racing second. Up on the outside, Ann's Doll driving on, gets to second. Harbor Castle third, and they're tight into the turn. Pacing on top now, Shuzbot. He's out for 2.5, leading as they go by the 8th. Then Ann's Doll racing second. Harbor Castle has a third. Then up on the outside, King's Beacon drives on fourth. He's going on. Cable Vision's on the rail, racing fifth. Then it is Gaff's that got to go. Baron Van Munching. Then Trouble And the trailer put away Spats, and they're by that opening quarter. 31 Shuzbot, the leader, into the top turn with King's Beacon on the outside, gets to a second. Ansdahl has third on the rail. Harbor Castle is fourth. They come by the 3/8 marker now and drive on through the stretch, and they come racing on to the half end. King's Beacon takes the lead. Shuzbot's racing second. Harbor Castle up on the outside comes to third. Ansdahl is fourth. Then Cablevision moving fifth. Gaff's got to go. Trouble. Baron Van Munching at Willoway Spats in the half and 3 and 2. They're into the turn racing on to the 5/8. Pacing out on top of his King's Beacon. Shuzbot is second. Harbor Castle third. Ansdahl fourth. Then it is Trouble as they go by the 5/8 and down up the backstretch on to the 3/4. King's Beacon. Harbor Castle goes to second. Shuzbot is third. Up on the outside, Cablevision goes on to fourth, then it's Ansdahl fifth, then Trouble put away Spats. Gaff's got to go. Baron Van Munching as they go racing into the top turn. King's Beacon, the leader, a length and a quarter. Harbor Castle racing second at 3/4 and 1:35. King's Beacon. Harbor Castle moving up a second. Shuzbot is a third. Then the Cablevision now third. Shuzbot fourth. They swing for home. King's Beacon pacing on top. Harbor Castle is second. Cablevision and Trouble coming on as they come to the wire. It is King's Beacon, and here they are to the wire. It is King's Beacon, then Harbor Castle, Cablevision and Trouble. And the time for the mile, 2:06 and 4. And parading now the winner of the second race, number 7, King's Beacon, a bay pacing horse. He's 4 years by King's Island from Tres Jolie, owned by Hazen Damon of Hampton, trained and driven by Clark Smith. The horse gets his second, putting trip this season, his fastest pacing this afternoon, 2:06 and 4. The result of the second race is now official. Gaff's Got to Go was 8th. Cablevision 3rd. Harbor Castle 2nd. Shuzbot was 6th. Trouble 4th. Ansdahl 7th. King's Beacon, your race winner. Baron Van Munching 9th. Willoway Spats was 5th. The race time's quarter 31 seconds. And the half 1:03 and 2. 3/4 1:35. And about 2:06 and 4. Third race time for the stretch, Carmen Sealster footed car. Diamond Digger Jody Hennessy. Legitimate Power Mike Dua. Laurel's Curly Steve Mahar. Amber's Blazer Marcel Barrio. Le Bouvier Steve Mason. Domino Hanover Wally Hennessy. Here they come. They're off Carmen Sealster, not Domino Hanover, up in between them Amber's Blazer. Domino Hanover going to the top, and Carmen Sealster's racing second. Amber's Blazer has a third. Around the turn, Domino Hanover, the leader. Carmen Sealster second. Amber's Blazer third. They're by the 8th. Then Diamond Digger racing fourth. Laurel's Curly Legitimate Power. Le Bouvier trails. Up the backstretch they go on to the quarter. Domino Hanover on top, a length and a half. Carmen Sealster is second. Amber's Blazer third. That is Diamond Digger. Laurel's Curly, there goes Legitimate Power. And the quarter 30 and 3. They're into the top turn. It is Domino Hanover, a length and a half, and Carmen Sealster is second. Amber's Blazer racing third. Legitimate Power rushing up on the outside fourth. Right behind him, Le Bouvier on the move. Then it's Diamond Digger and Laurel's Curly. And they come driving onto the half, and Domino Hanover is the leader. Carmen Sealster racing second. Legitimate Power hangs a third. Amber's Blazer fourth. Le Bouvier outside fifth, and Diamond Digger, Laurel's Curly, the half in 1:02 and 3. Out of the turn they go to the 5/8. Now Domino Hanover pacing with the lead, and Carmen Sealster lays second. Legitimate Power on the outside has gone to third now. Then Amber's Blazer fourth on the rail. Le Bouvier fifth. Diamond Digger, Laurel's Curly as they go to the 3/4, and it is Domino Hanover. Legitimate Power on the outside driving on, and Le Bouvier out 3 wide rushing on from fourth. And they go by the 3/4. Now Domino Hanover, the leader. Le Bouvier racing to a second. 133 and 2 by the 3/4. They're round the top turn. Domino Hanover a half length. La Beauvier racing second. Carmen Sealster on the rail third, looking for racing room. Amber's Blazer swings out 3 wide. Racing fourth, they come swinging home. And it is Domino Hanover and Laurel's Curly up strong on the outside, and he's pacing to the top. It is Laurel's Curly now. Laurel's Curly, Domino Hanover, and here they are. It is Laurel's Curly, Domino Hanover, Legitimate Power, and Carmen Sealster. And the time for the mile, 2:03 and 2. And parading now the footer of the third race, it's number 4, Laurel's Curly. Chestnut pacing, gelding, he's 5 years by Crafty Shadow from Star News. On by Norman Lord and Galen Dempsey of Rolling Dam, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. The horse gets his third winning trip this season, steps to a new record of 2-3 and 2. His old mark to 5 and 4. The race out of the third race, down official Carmen Sealster 5th, Diamond Digger 7th, Legitimate Power 3rd, Laurel's Curly, your race winner, Amber's Blazer 4th, La Beauvier 6th, and Domino Hanover 2nd. Race times a quarter 30 and 3/5. The half 1:02 and 3. 3/4 1:33 and 2. And the mile in 2:03 and 2. Now the fourth race is approaching the top of the stretch. We have a field of 8. Decaffeinated with Steve Mahar, Pokey Calhoun, Tony Haig. Mid-watch Melody, Gary Vincent. Dasher's Doll with Terry Bernard. Ball Diamond and Clark Smith. Lordham's Gem with Wally Hennessy. Bold Elmer and Doug Queen. And Gramps Champ with Tony Watson. And here they come. Blair off decaffeinated, pacing on top, and Lordham's Gem up on the outside, racing on to second, and Pokey Calhoun has third. Mid-watch Melody now on the outside, Bold Elmer to fourth, Mid-watch Melody racing fifth. That is Dasher's Doll, Gramps Champ, Ball Diamond trails. They're up the backstretch on to the quarter. Lordham's Gem is pacing out on top, and Bold Elmer up challenging on the outside, racing on second now, bids for the top, and Bold Elmer is now the leader. Lordham's Gem is second, decaffeinated up to challenge now from third as they go racing out by the quarter in 31 and 4. They go into the top turn. Bold Elmer, the leader, decaffeinated, now bidding for it, and he takes it, decaffeinated. And she's the leader as they swing to the 3/8. Decaffeinated with Bold Elmer second. Lordham's Gem has third. Pokey Calhoun fourth. Now Mid-watch Melody moving up on the outside, and they come racing on to the half. Decaffeinated pacing atop, Bold Elmer second. Mid-watch Melody on the outside comes to second. Bold Elmer's third. Then Dasher's Doll now fourth. And they're neck and neck, the two leaders, as they go by the half in 5 and 3. Mid-watch Melody on the outside, decaffeinated on the inside. Dasher's Doll racing a third. Bold Elmer has a fourth. Gramps Champ between horses is fifth. Ball Diamond out 3 wide. Then it's Lordham's Gem and Pokey Calhoun. And the two leaders still battling neck and neck as they go racing on to the 3/4. Mid-watch Melody, the leader on the outside by half a length. On the inside, decaffeinated racing third. Dasher's Doll is outside driving on third, and they're by the 3/4 in 1:37 and 1. They go into the top turn. Mid-watch Melody, the leader. Dasher's Doll is now a second, then decaffeinated third. Ball Diamond now a fourth. Gramps Champ comes up in between horses now fourth. Ball Diamond is fifth. Bold Elmer, they come swinging home. Mid-watch Melody and Dasher's Doll challenging. Mid-watch Melody on the inside, Dasher's Doll on the outside, and Gramps Champ coming up strong in the middle of the track, 3 wide. Here they are to the wire. It is tight. Looks like maybe Mid-watch Melody, Gramps Champ, and Dasher's Doll. The time for the mile, 2:09 and 4. And the photo for win, number 8, Gramps Champ, a pacing horse, 9 years, by Rhythm Time from Brenda's Rose. Owned and trained by Ken Masson of Rothsay, with Tony Watson driving. And not parading, number 3, Mid-watch Melody. Brown pacing mare 4 Norton mid-watch from Laurie J. Adios, owned by Gerald Alexander of Sussex, trained at Dufferin by Gary Vincent. The result of the fourth race, now official. Decaffeinated was 6th. Pokey Calhoun, 8th. Midwatch Melody was 2nd. Dasher's Doll, 3rd. Ball Diamond, 5th. Lordham's Gem, 4th. Bold Elmer, 7th. Gramps Chap, your race winner. Race times, quarter 31 and 4/5, and they were at the half, 105 and 3. 3/4, 137 and 1, and the mile 29 and 4. Now the fifth race is approaching the top of the stretch for the field of 7. We have Duncan's Laverne with Elmore White, Hasty Bick, Ron Robertson, Glengal Canada with Art Davidson, Hector Herbert and Wally Hennessy, Connie Smart Boy Woodard Carr, Swing Along In with Milton Downey, and Broadcaster Billy with Steve Mahar. Here they come. They're off. Hector Herbert, wings 4, has the lead. Outside of him, Connie Smart Boy drives to 2nd. Duncan's Laverne is racing 3rd. Swing Along In goes up to 4th going on. Now Connie Smart Boy goes to the top as they go by the 8th. It's Connie Smart Boy and Swing Along In. Rushing up a 2nd. Hector Herbert has 3rd. Duncan's Laverne racing 4th. And Hasty Bick, Glengal, Canada, Broadcaster Billy. They go to the quarter, and Connie Smart Boy with the lead. A length. Swing Along In with cover now. The quarter, 30 seconds. Then back 2 lengths to Hector Herbert racing 3rd. Duncan's Laverne is 4th. Hasty Bick, Broadcaster Billy out and moving. Glengal Canada trailing as they come to the 3/8. Connie Smart Boy leads a length. Swing Along In is 2nd. Hector Herbert 3rd. They come driving to the half. It is Connie Smart Boy. Swing Along In, Hector Herbert. Here comes Broadcaster Billy up on the outside, racing on 4th going on. Then it is Duncan's Laverne, Glengal Canada out and moving. Hasty Bick trails. Enter by the half and 3. They go into the turn on to the 5/8. Connie Smart Boy, Broadcaster Billy now 2nd. Swing Along In is racing 3rd. Glengal Canada goes 4th. Then Hector Herbert, Hasty Bick out and moving. Duncan's Laverne. By the 5/8, they go to the 3/4 now, and Broadcaster Billy bids for the lead. Connie Smart Boy holding it. They are neck and neck as they go racing on to the 3/4. Connie Smart Boy by a head. Broadcaster Billy driving 2nd. Swing Along In is 3rd. Hasty Bick way wide. Racing on to 4th, 134. By the 3/4. Around the top turn, it is Connie Smart Boy, Broadcaster Billy 2nd. Swing Along In, Hasty Bick, Hector Herbert, Glengal Canada, Duncan's Laverne. Heading home, Connie Smart Boy, Broadcaster Billy racing 2nd. Hasty Bick driving 3rd. It is Connie Smart Boy holding, and here they are to the wire. It is Connie Smart Boy, Broadcaster Billy, then tight for sure between Hector Herbert and Hasty Bick, and the time for the mile to 5 and 1. And parading now the winner of the 5th race, number 5, Connie Smart Boy, a brown pacing horse, 4 years, by Keystone Smarty from Connie's Charm, owned by Paul Dares of St. John, trained by Randy Phillips. Woodard Carr driving. The horse gets his 2nd winning trip this season, his fastest, this afternoon to 5 and 1. The result of the 5th race is now official. Duncan's Laverne was 5th. Hasty Bick 4th. Glengal Canada 6th. Hector Herbert was 3rd. Connie Smart Boy, your race winner. Swing Along In 7th. Broadcaster Billy was 2nd. The race time's quarter 30 seconds. The half 103. 3/4 134. And the mile in 2:05 and 1. Sixth race is approaching the top of the stretch for the field of 8. We have Holly Bat with Herman Renault, Flames Knight Sean Shannon, Port City Elmer, Doug Quinn, Wake Up Charlie, Tony Haig, Eyes a Character, Gary Vincent, Dandelion, Tony Watson, Dr. Merle with Colleen Clancy, R.E.'s Court with Millet Coughlan. Here they come. They're often from the far outside. R.E.'s Colt is bidding for the lead, but Port City Elmer shows on top, and they go into the turn, and it is R.E.'s Colt now going to the top with Holly Bat. Second, Flames Knight is on the run. They go by the 8th pole. R.E.'s Colt leads but 2. Holly Bat is second. Dandelion goes to third. Port City Elmer fourth. Wake Up Charlie. Then Dr. Merle A. Flames Knight is on the run, and Eyes a Character has pulled up. They go racing on by the quarter with R.E.'s Colt pacing out on top, and the quarter in 32 and 2. They're into the top turn. R.E.'s Colt. Then Holly Bat racing is second. Dandelion has third. Port City Elmer fourth. Wake Up Charlie is fifth. Dr. Merle A. Flames Knight. They're by the 3/8 pole, and they spring through the stretch. Come racing on to the half, and the leader is R.E.'s Colt. Out to challenge, here comes Dandelion up from third. It is R.E.'s Colt. Dandelion to second. Holly Bat now third. Port City Elmer fourth. Wake Up Charlie. Then Dr. Merle and Flames Knight by the half and 6 and 2, and they go into the turn racing on to the 5/8. Pacing on top, it is R.E.'s Colt. Dandelion racing is second. Holly Bat racing third. As they go up the backstretch now and race on to the 3/4, R.E.'s Colt the leader. Dandelion leapt on him, driving is second. Holly Bat has third. Port City Elmer is a fourth. Wake Up Charlie fifth. Flames Knight and Dr. Merle by the 3/4 in 1:38 and 2. Racing it at the top turn, R.E.'s Colt. Dandelion hangs second. Holly Bat is a third. Moving up to second, looks for room to move as they come to the 7/8 by that marker now. They swing for home. R.E.'s Colt, Holly Bat racing second. Dandelion driving third. Port City Elmer is a fourth. It is R.E.'s Colt with Holly Bat driving second. Port City Elmer, here they are to the wire. R.E.'s Colt, Holly Bat, Port City Elmer, Dandelion, and the time for the mile to 11 and 1. At the wire now, the winner of the 6th race, number 8, R.E.'s Colt, brown pacing, gelding 7 years by Rick's Colt from Donmark Colbeck. Owned, trained, and driven by Millet Coughlan of St. John. The horse gets his first winning trip this season, this afternoon to 11 and 1. Result of the 6th race, now official. Holly Bat was second. Flames Knight 6th. Port City Elmer was 3rd. Wake Up Charlie 5th. Eyes a Character did not finish, put up with a broken hobble. Dandelion 4th. Dr. Merle was 7th. R.E.'s Colt, your race winner. Times quarter 32 and 2. The half 106 and 2. 3/4 138 and 2. And the mile to 11 and 1. Now the 7th race is approaching the top of the stretch. We have a field of 8. Queen Links with Ross McDonald. Lee Marchip with Marcel Barriot. All-Time Finesse and Clark Smith. Nightly Blue Boy, Ron Robertson. Pee-wee Patty, Steve Mahar. Matt's Jet, Terry Bernard. Taurus, G.L. with Leroy Vincent. Charbel and Joan with Tom Mason. Here they come. Clear off Matt's Jet, steps out, takes the early lead. Up on his outside, Charbel and Joan. Lee Marchip is on the rail. They swing into the turn. Matt's Jet, the leader. Charbel and Joan drives on second. Lee Marchip is third. All-Time Finesse racing fourth. Pee-wee Patty moves to the rail. He is fifth. The Nightly Blue Boy, Queen Links, Taurus, GL Trails. They go on to the quarter, and Charbel and Joan goes to the top. Matt's Jet now racing second. Lee Marchip is third. All-Time Finesse. Park, he goes to third. Lee Marchip is a fourth. Pee-wee Patty fifth as they go by the quarter. In 30 and 4, they're into the top turn. Charbel and Joan, the leader. Matt's Jet is second. All-Time Finesse. He hangs a third. Lee Marchip is fourth. Pee-wee Patty out to challenge now from a fifth. That is Nightly Blue Boy, Queen Links, Taurus, GL. They come driving on to the half now. Pacing on top, Charbel Joan with Matt's Jet racing second. Pee Wee Patty is now third. All-Time Finesse is fourth on the rail. Then Lee Mar Chip and Nightly Blue Boy 3 wide. Then Queen Links Taurus GL. The half photo 3 and 1. They go into the turn, racing on to the 5/8, and Charbel Joan is pacing on top. Matt's Jet is racing second. Pee Wee Patty out driving on third. All-Time Finesse, Lee Mar Chip, Nightly Blue Boy Taurus GL, Queen Links. On to the 3/4. Charbel Joan the leader. Pee Wee Patty is second. Matt's Jet racing third. Lee Mar Chip is fourth. Nightly Blue Boy 3 wide, racing on to fifth. Then All-Time Finesse, Taurus GL, Queen Links. 3/4 in. 1:34 and 3, the red of the top turn. Charbel Joan the leader, only by half a length now. And up on the outside, driving on to the top, Pee Wee Patty. Charbel Joan second. Lee Mar Chip a good third. Matt's Jet is fourth. They swing for home. It is Pee Wee Patty. Then Lee Mar Chip now second. Charbel Joan is third. Matt's Jet, All-Time Finesse. It is Pee Wee Patty, and here they are to the wire. It is Pee Wee Patty, Lee Mar Chip, then Charbel Joan and Matt's Jet. And the time for the mile, 2:06 and 3. Parading now the winner of the 7th race. It's number 5, Pee Wee Patty. Bay pacing horse 5 by Norton Midwatch from Mimes at Deer. On to the FAQU stable of Hafton, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. The horse scoring his 6th winning trip this season, and he steps to a new win race bracket of 2-6 and 3. His old mark was 2-6 and 4. Result of the 7th race is now official. Result of the 7th race now official. Queen Links was 6th. Lee Mar Chip 2nd. All-Time Finesse was 5th. Nightly Blue Boy 8th. Pee Wee Patty, your race winner. Matt's Jet was 4th. Taurus GL 7th. Charbel Joan was 3rd. Race times quarter 30 and 4/5. The half, 103 and 1. 3/4, 1:34 and 3. And the mile, 2-6 and 3. 8th race approaching the top of the stretch. Fontella, Joe, Wally, Hennessy, Revelry, and Steve Mason, Loon Bait, Dusty, Marcel Barrio. Greystone Marg with Sam Hodgin, Rockin' Beauty, Jody Hennessy, Moody Traveler, Randy Phillips, Half Sharp, Steve Mahar, Bye-Bye Collie and Brian Moore, Aramac, Jasper, Headley Jones. Here they come. There, off Fontella Joe, the leader. Rockin' Beauty goes for it from the outside and takes it. It is Rockin' Beauty leading into the turn, and Bye-Bye Collie, and up on the outside she drives on the second. Fontella Joe has 3rd. Moody Traveler outside is racing 4th. Revelry Inn is 5th. That's Loon Bay Dusty off stride. Up the backstretch they go to the quarter, pacing on top, Rockin' Beauty. Then Bye-Bye Colleen 2nd. Fontella Joe has 3rd. Revelry Inn 4th. Moody Traveler racing 5th, and Aramac Jasper, Half Sharp, Greystone Marg, and Loon Bait Dusty trailing. By the quarter, 34 and 2, they go into the top turn. Rockin' Beauty leads by 2. Bye-Bye Colleen is 2nd. Fontella Joe has 3rd. Revelry Inn is 4th. Then Moody Traveler, Aramac Jasper, Half Sharp out and moving. Greystone Marg, Loon Bait Dusty, they come driving onto the half. Up front and cutting it out, it is Rockin' Beauty out by 2 lengths. Bye-Bye Colleen racing 2nd. Fontella Joe has 3rd. Revelry Inn is racing 4th. Then Moody Traveler, Half Sharp, Aramac Jasper, then Greystone Marg, Loon Bait Dusty, the half and 4 and 3. They swing into the turn and brace on to the 5/8, and Rockin' Beauty is the leader. Fontella Joe driving up a 2nd. Bye-Bye Colleen now 3rd. This they leave the 5/8. It's on to the 3/4, and Fontella Joe going to the top. Rockin' Beauty racing 2nd. Revelry Inn driving up 3rd. Bye-Bye Colleen is 4th. Half Sharp 5th. Moody Traveler. Then Loon Bay Dusty, Greystone Marg, and Aramac Jasper 3/4 and 36. They're into the top turn. It's Fontella Joe with the lead. Rockin' Beauty on the rail is second. Revelry in third. Then Half Sharp now fourth, closing it on the leaders as they come by the 7/8. Swinging for home, Fontella Joe, Revelry in a strong second coming on. Rockin' Beauty third, Half Sharp is fourth. It is now Revelry in, Fontella Joe, Rockin' Beauty, Half Sharp, and here they are to the wire. Revelry in, then Fontella Joe, Rockin' Beauty, and Half Sharp. And the time for the mile, 2:08 and 3. Parading now the winner of the 8th race, number 2, Revelry in, bay pacing, gelding 8 years. He's by Timely Night from Regal Belmer, owned by Milton Daly of St. John, trained and driven by Steve Mason. The horse scores his 4th winning trip this season. This afternoon, 2:08 and 3. Race out of the 8th race is now official. 8th race official, Fontella Joe was second. Revelry in, your race winner. Loon Bay Dusty was 8th. Greystone Marg, 7th. Rockin' Beauty was 3rd. Moody Traveler, 6th. Half Sharp, 4th. Bye-Bye Colleen was 5th. Aramac Jasper was 9th. The race times, the quarter, 31 and 2/5. The half, 104 and 3. 3/4, 136. Time for the mile, 2:08 and 3. 9th race approaching the top of the stretch field of 9. Glengall, Sterling, and Chody had a seat. Forest Road, Tom Mason. Blythe Lobo, John Davidson. Derby Sprint with Brian Moore. Glencoe Tie Guy, Jill Barrio. Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum with Steve Mahar. Bye-Bye Sink with Clark Smith. Shalom Allison with Stan Nelson. The trailer is Freddie Dream with Marcel Barrio, and here they come. They're off. Glengall, Sterling pacing on top. Forest Road up challenging is second, and Glencoe Tight Guy racing third. They're 3 wide around the turn and pacing on top. It is Glengall, Sterling, Forest Road. Racing second now in between horses. Freddie Dream is now third. Glencoe Tight Guy outside is fourth as Forest Road goes winging forward. He takes the lead. It is Forest Road and Glengall, Sterling, and Glencoe Tight Guy rushing up from third. He's going on now to second. Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum moving behind him, racing third, the quarter, 30 and 3. They're into the top turn, and it is Forest Road with Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum up on the outside, racing on to the top. Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum, now the leader. Forest Road second, Glencoe Tight Guy racing third. Glengall, Sterling is fourth, Freddie Dream fifth. Then it is a Blythe Lobo, and then Derby Sprint, Shalom Allison, and trailing the field, Bye-Bye Sink as they come racing to the half, and Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum is the leader. He's out but 2.5 as they go by the half and 2. Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum with Forest Road second, Glencoe Tight Guy. Then Glengall, Sterling racing fourth, Freddie Dream is fifth. Blythe Lobo is on the run. Up on the outside, Derby Sprint going up and by. Then Shalom Allison and Bye-Bye Sink. They race on to the 3/4. Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum leads but 2. Forest Road is racing second. Glencoe Tight Guy, there goes Glengall, Sterling fourth. Freddie Dream is fifth. Then it is Derby's Brent, Bye-Bye Sink, Shalom Allison, Blythe Lobo, 3/4, 133 and 2. Around the top turn, Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum with Glengall, Sterling. Driving up second now, closing it on the leader. Forest Road third. Then Glencoe Tight Guy, Freddie Dream, they swing home. And it is Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum with Glengall, Sterling driving second. Glencoe Tight Guy third. Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum is holding, and here they are to the wire. It is Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum, then Forest Road, Glengall, Sterling, and Glencoe Tight Guy. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 2. Parading now the winner of the 9th race, number 6, Bio-Ruppa-Pum-Pum. Bay pacing horse 4 by Horton Hanover from My Chandelier. Owned by Mal McLaughlin of St. John, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. The horse gets his second winning trip this season, pacing this afternoon in 2:05 and 2. And that's a driving triple this afternoon for Steve Mahar, winning the third race with Laurel's Curly. Getting the seventh with Pee Wee Patty, and completing a triple here in the ninth with Bio Rumpa Pum Pum. The result of the ninth race now official. Glengyle Sterling was third. Forest Road second. Blythe Lobo was ninth. Derby's Brent sixth. Glencoe Tight Guy was fourth. Bio Rumpa Pum Pum, your race winner. Bye Bye Sink was eighth. Shalom Allison seventh. Freddie Dream was fifth. The race times were by the quarter 30 and 3/5. At the half and 1:02. The 3/4 1:33 and 2, and the mile and 2:05 and 2. And we parade for you now the starters in this afternoon's featured 10th race, a preferred pace with a purse of $1,500, and we have 8 starters. Horses parading. Number 1 is Colombo Sealster, owned by Paul Dares of St. John with Woodard Car driving. Number 2 is Falden Lord, owned by Clarence Breed of Charlottetown with Jody Hennessy driving. Number 3, Silent Class, owned by Murray Wade of Moncton with Marcel Barrio driving. Number 4 is Snake Charmer, owned by the Gemini Hill stable of St. John with Steve Mahar driving. Number 5, Rustly Master, owned by Milton Downey of St. John with Steve Mason driving. Number 6 is Miramichi Etter, owned and driven by Millet Coughlan of St. John. Number 7 is Tobic Power, owned by Sterling Wiggins of Westfield and Alan Hanson of St. John with Clark Smith driving. And number 8 is Power Mac, owned and driven by Ron Robertson of St. John. 8 starters for this afternoon's featured 10th race. Top of the stretch, Colombo Sealster, Woodard Car, Falden Lord, Jody Hennessy, Silent Class, Marcel Barrio, Snake Charmer, Steve Mahar, Rustly Master, Steve Mason, Miramichi Etter, Millet Coughlan, Tobic Power, Clark Smith, Power Mac, Ron Robertson. Here they come, and they're off, and Falden Lord wings 4. And here's the lead, Silent Class going for it, and so is Rustly Master. Then up on the inside, Colombo Sealster in between horses and Tobic Power. Up on the outside, Rustly Master bids forward. He takes the lead on the outside. Silent Class is racing a second. They're neck and neck as they race on to the quarter. Rustly Master up 3 wide. Tobic Power drives on. It is Rustly Master in between horses. Tobic Power outside 3 wide. Racing on to second as they go by the quarter. By the quarter, 29 and 4, and Tobic Power now goes to the top. Rustly Masters racing second. Silent Class is third. Miramichi Etter fourth. Falden Lord is fifth. Colombo Sealster, Snake Charmer, and Power Mac trails as they come through the stretch and race on to the half. Tobic Power pacing on top. Here comes Silent Class out from third to challenge, and he comes to second now. It is Tobic Power. Silent Class at his wheel driving up a second. Rustly Master third. Miramichi Etter is out driving fourth. The half 101 and 1. Then Falden Lord, Colombo Sealster, Power Mac, and Snake Charmer. Round the turn they go to the 5/8. It is Tobic Power. Miramichi Etter gets to second and going on. Up the back stretch they race for the 3/4. Miramichi Etter shows a nose in front, but Tobic Power goes back again. Tobic Power the leader. Miramichi Etter racing second. Silent Class has third. Power Mac has gone to fourth. Falden Lord, Rustly Master, 132 by the 3/4. Into the top turn it is Tobic Power. Miramichi Etter hangs second. Silent Class is third. Power Mac fourth. Snake Charmer now fifth. Rustly Master, Colombo Sealster, Falden Lord. They come heading home, and it is Tobic Power. Silent Class driving a second. On the outside, Snake Charmer comes on third. It is going to be Tobic Power, and here they are. To the wire it is Tobic Power, Silent Class, Snake Charmer, and Power Mac. Miramichi Etter, Colombo Sealster, Falden Lord, and Rustly Master. The time for the mile, 2:03. And parading now the winner of the 10th race, number 7, Tobic Power. A bay pacing colt. He's 3 years by Power Baron from Frosty Jean. Owned by Sterling Wiggins of Westfield and Alan Hanson of St. John. Trained by John Davies, Clark Smith driving. The colt gets his 4th win from 4 tries this season, pacing this afternoon in 2:03. Number 7, Tobic Power and Clark Smith. Race out of the 10th race, now official. Colombo Sealster 6th. Falden Lord was 7th. Silent Class 2nd. Snake Charmer was 3rd. Rustly Master 8th. Miramichi Etter 5th. Tobic Power, your race winner. Power Mac was 4th. The race time's 1:29 and 4. The half 1:01 and 1. The 3/4 1:32. Time for the mile 2:03. The 11th race approaching top of the stretch. Midnight Flyer, Jody Hennessy. Got a winner, Clark Smith. Tobic Lou, Robert Kraft. Brother Links, Gary Vincent. Buckshot Baron, Steve Mahar. Kimball's Manor, Jill Barrio. Deb Sip with Randy Phillips. Kitch Hanover, Wayne Mahar. The Trader called Me Devil with Bruce McDonald. Here they come. They're off, and Tobic Lou goes to the early lead. Brother Links up and out on the outside, racing on 2nd. Kitch Hanover is 3rd. Got a winner, has 4th. Call Me Devil racing 5th. Then it's Buckshot Baron. Midnight Flyer, Kimball's Matter, Dip Sip trails. They're by the 8th, that it's up the backstretch, and Brother Links goes to the top. He steps out with the lead and moves out now by a length with Tobic Lou. Racing is 2nd. Kitch Hanover has 3rd. Got a winner is 4th. Call Me Devil is 5th. Then Buckshot Baron, Midnight Flyer, Kimball's Manor, and Deb Sip in the 1:30 and 2. That is Kimball's Manor up rushing on the outside as they swing around the top turn. Pacing on top, Brother Links, he's leading a length and a half. Tobic Lou has 2nd. Kitch Hanover 3rd. Got a winner is out moving 4th. Call Me Devil right behind him is 5th. And it's Buckshot Baron. Then Kimball's Manor, Midnight Flyer. Deb Sip trails as they come to the half, and Brother Links is cutting it out. He's in top by 2. Got a winner gets to 2nd as they go racing out by the half in 1:03. Out of the turn they go to the 5/8 now. Brother Links and got a winner, Tobic Lou. On the rail is 3rd. Call Me Devil outside 4th. Kitch Hanover 5th on the rail. Kimball's Manor on the outside. Buckshot Baron. Then Midnight Flyer and Deb Sip, and it's on to the 3/4 now. And it is a Brother Links. Got a winner. Kimball's Manor up 3 wide going on. He's quickly gone to 2nd. And Kimball's Manor goes swinging forward. He takes the lead as they go by the 3/4. Kimball's Manor pacing on top. They were by the 3/4. In 35 and 2. Around the top turn, Kimball's Manor out now but 2.5. Brother Links is 2nd. Tobic Lou has 3rd. Kitch Hanover 4th. Buckshot Baron moving 5th. And Deb Sip got a winner. Call Me Devil, Midnight Flyer. They swing for home. Kimball's Manor pacing with the lead. It is Kimball's Manor. Tobic Lou driving to 2nd. Buckshot Baron's coming on. And here they are. It is Kimball's Manor, Buckshot Baron, Brother Links, and Tobic Lou. The time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. Parading now the winner of the 11th race, number 6, Kimball's Manor. A bay pacing horse, 4 years, Benoit and Midwatch from Torrid Girl. Owned by Tom Christie Sakos of St. John, trained and driven by Gilles Barrio. The horse gets his 6th winning trip this season, pacing this afternoon in 2:07 and 2. The race out of the 11th race, now official. Midnight Flyer was 9th. Got a winner 8th. Tobic Lou was 4th. Brother Links 3rd. Buckshot Baron 2nd. Kimball's Manor, your race winner. Deb Sip was 6th. Kitch Hanover 5th. Call Me Devil 7th. The race time's 1:30 and 2/5, the half 1:03. 3/4 135 and 2, and the mile at 207 and 2. 12th and final, approaching the top of the stretch, a field of 9. Plumstead Lester with Brian Moore, Mountain Barb and Steve Mahar, Grin Shoe with Wayne Mahar, Mystery Time with Clark Smith, Glittering Bird and Tony Haig, Flint Cobb and Rod Gogan, Save on Gas, Gary Vincent, Hunter Hill Jason with Willard Carr. Trailing is Britannicus with Jody Hennessy. Here they come. They're off, and Plumstead Lester wings 4 has the lead on the rail. From the far outside, Hunter Hill Jason is driving on. Then they go into the turn and up in between horses. Save on Gas drives on. It is Plumstead Lester, Save on Gas. Mountain Barb racing 3rd. Hunter Hill Jason is 4th. Then Grinshoe racing 5th. Glittering Bird, Flint Common, Britannicus, Mystery Time trails. On to the quarter. Plumstead Lester pacing out on top, leads a length and a half, and he's the leader as they go by the quarter, 34 and 1. Then racing 2nd, Save on Gas. Mountain Barb is 3rd. Hunter Hill Jason is 4th. Grinshoe is 5th. Glittering Bird, Flint Common on the move. So is Britannicus. Mystery Time trails. They come by the 3/8 marker, and here they come through the stretch, racing onto the half. Up front and cutting it out, it is Plumstead Lester. Save on Gas is 2nd. Mountain Barb has 3rd. Hunter Hill Jason is 4th. Glittering Bird moving 5th. Flint Common off stride and interference break to Britannicus. They go by the half in 104 and 1. Out of the turn now, they race on to the 5/8 Plumstead Lester. He is pacing out on top. Plumstead Lester, Save on Gas. Glittering Bird is now 3rd. Mountain Barb 4th. Hunter Hill Jason. Grinshoe, Mystery Time. Then Flint Common and Britannicus. It's on to the 3/4. Plumstead Lester a length. Glittering Bird going up. She's now 2nd and is winging for the lead. Then Save on Gas. Mountain Barb is out driving 4th. Hunter Hill Jason, Mystery Time. Then Grinshoe, 137 and 2 by the 3/4. They go into the top turn. It is Plumstead Lester a half length. Glittering Bird driving up 2nd. Save on Gas is 3rd. Mountain Barb is 4th. Hunter Hill Jason 5th. Mystery Time. Then Grinshoe, Flint Common, they swing for home, and Glittering Bird shows a nose in front. It is Glittering Bird. Then Plumstead Lester. Then up on the outside comes Mountain Barb, and here they are. And to the wire it is Glittering Bird. Then Mountain Barb. And the time for the mile, 2:10 and 2. And parading now the unofficial winner of the 12th race, number 5, Glittering Bird. A bay pacing mare, 11 years, by Becky's Bird from Glittering Gold. Owned by Betty DeWitt of St. John, trained and driven by Tony Haig. Time for the mile, 2:10 and 2. The result of the 12th race, now official. Plumstead Lester 3rd. Mountain Barb was 2nd. Grinshoe was 8th. Mystery Time 5th. Glittering Bird, your race winner. Flint Common 7th. Save on Gas 4th. Hunter Hill Jason 6th. Britannicus was 9th. Race times quarter, 31 and 1. The half, 104 and 1. 3/4, 137 and 2. And the mile, 2:10 and 2. Well, that's our harness racing program for this time from Exhibition Park. Tobig Power, the sensational young son of Power Baron, getting his 4th win from 4 tries this year. He's the top topic of conversation around EPR. And right behind him, Laurel's Curly, getting a new record of 2, 3, and 2. Good racing this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the show. You're watching it in Cable 6 Saturday nights at 7, repeated Sunday nights at 9. Our Wednesday night card, that'll come your way Thursday night at 9 o'clock. So till the next time, from Exhibition Park, Ingham Palmer, it's been a pleasure.